if I were you guys, I would change your mentality from how many moves to like, how do I get really great at one move? And then once you get really great at that move, build a counter move to it. And then once you build a counter move to it, then maybe you add another move. But like, if you think about the players, like the best players in the world, most of them have one go-to move that becomes a go-to series. It's not like they have a ton of different moves. Like you even look at James Harden, who has one of the biggest kind of skill bags in the league. Yes, he has everything in his game, but what does he really have? He really goes to this, and then he changes angles. He flips, and he flips his feet. He flips his feet, and then when he attacks, then he makes reads. He either sweeps up and gets a foul, or he'll just go quick and sneak in a finish, or he'll shoot that little touch floater that he does, or he'll go into a bump off or a step. So he has counter moves, but really he starts at the same thing every single time. He goes into hezzies and goes between the leg float series, and then goes from there. If you think about Kobe Bryant, I mean, his best thing was probably mid-post. He was really good at just footwork, tapping and going. And if you look, he was always on his left pivot foot most of the time. You know what I mean? He was on his left pivot foot. So he got really good at a left pivot foot triple threat series. And if you start looking at like guys, they mostly have kind of their go-to move. Shaq was one of the most dominant players, if not the most dominant player ever. And I don't know if you guys have ever watched Shaq highlights, but young Shaq had a lot to his game. He actually had a lot of good footwork and all this kind of stuff, but when he was really his most dominant was when what he did was he took a dribble into your chest or your top shoulder, and if you didn't stop him, he just kept bullying you and would dunk on you. If you did stop him, he would spin back and dunk on you. He didn't have a left hand. He would just flip it with his right hand or dunk. But he got really good at that, and that was when he was most dominant. So I think that the biggest thing that I wish more players realized was that it's better to be great at less than to be good at more. And it's weird, but like if you guys really told me, like, would you rather have a big bag of tricks or would you be really good at shooting, finishing, and defending? I would take the shooting, finishing, and defending all day, because if you can put the ball in the hoop, the only way you can do that is shoot it in there or finish it in there. And if you can play defense, stop them from putting the ball in the hoop, you're going to have a chance to be a good player.